Hello, happy Friday, Stampers. It is time for another Friday Fun Day, and I have got a fun card planned for today. So I just wanted to say hi before I get my phone mounted in the mount. So I've done that now, so let's get going. There we go. And let's see here. Okay, say hello so I know you're here. And so that I can see my comments, because I struggle with that part. Okay, this is the stamp set we are playing with today. It's so cute. Hey Cindy, I can see you on my phone, but for some reason, why do I have such, I always ask this, I know, why I have such a hard time. There, now I think, there we go. Rebecca, Cindy, now I see you. Okay, let me bring this out a little bit more and maybe I can get that where I need it to be. All right, isn't this set cute? You know, when it first came out in the catalog, it was not one of the things on my list. And then I started seeing things being made with it, and it's like, okay, I have to have that. So this is what we're playing with, and today I'm making a wiper card. Have any of you guys ever made a wiper card? Hey, Leah. I have to say, I think that the only time I ever did a wiper card, and I don't think I even ever finished it, was one time at our local stamp club. Somebody brought the instructions of how to make it, and so we were making the workings of it, but I never finished making it. I'm going to show you this real quick. This is the address to my website and the hostess code for June. For any orders under $150, you would put the hostess code in, but if you happen to want a lot and you order $150 or more, don't put the hostess code in, because that way you will get all of the hostess rewards at the time that you order. Okay. So we are going to start with 2 pieces of cardstock, and they measure 4 1/4 this way by 8 1/2. And so you're going to need 2 pieces of that. And I'm going to go ahead and bring my scoring tool in so we can score. You're also going to need a little piece. This is the wiper part. It measures 1 1/2 inches by 3. So 1 1/2 inches by 3 for that. And then this piece gets scored at 1 1/2 inches and 3 inches. So 1 1/2 and 3. And then the same for this piece. 1 1/2 and 3. And then this little piece, you are going to measure down the long side. I want to make sure I'm getting that lined up right there. So you're going to measure down 1 1/2 inches and just make a little pencil mark. And then find a line to line it up with on your scoreboard. Am I in the right? Here, let me Okay, so this line, I'll put my fingernail there so I see it. And you're going to, that was 5, right? You're going to score from the top right corner down to your mark. I think that looks right. It's hard to see if you're in the same groove or going at an angle. That looks pretty straight, so I think I'm good. Okay. Oh, I see my battery. Hi, Amanda, Rebecca. I see my battery's getting low on my iPad, so I might have to try to watch for comments on my phone. All right, let me move this out of the way. What did I do with the little... What did I do with it? Oh, I don't know. I'm looking for the my score tool. I'll find it. Bring these back in. Okay, so now I've got my instructions setting over here on the side so I don't mess up. And I turned that up the wrong way, I think. So this is the front and it goes, okay, so this is the front and the little flap goes backwards. And now these, the first fold you're going to fold back and the next one folds up. So like that. And let me just give those a little run with my bone folder there. And the same with this piece. Fold it back and then up. So now you have two pieces that look like this. And I'm trying to decide which one I want to be my front. It doesn't really matter. I don't think. This one's the front. Okay, so I want to do my stamping real quick. And so I told you we're using the Over the Moon. We're also using this Love What You Do set. Now, why are we using it? Because it's got these two cute little doodahs right here that when you put them together on a block and stamp with them, they make the perfect cow pattern design. So that set again is Love What You Do. And I will show you the front again. So it's got some really good sentiments in it. I also love this watercolor doodah because you can stamp it in a pastel and then put your pretty flowers over the top of it or however you want to use it. And it's just kind of a cool set, but it sure is perfect with those dots right there to make your cow pattern. So let's see, do I want to use these? No, I think what I will do is I'm going to use this, and I'm just going to use a couple little pieces of Post-it note tape like this as a mask, because I really didn't want to get my ink onto the little sides there. Okay, so I've put my cow spots on there, And I'm going to use Cherry Cobbler. The colors I'm using on this card today are Cherry Cobbler and one of the new in colors, Rococo Rose. Yep, I'm making red cow spots. Yes, I am. And you just want to randomly stamp, but mostly the cow spots are just going to be showing around the edges of the card. So you don't, oops. Let me see if I can line that back up and get that ink back in there. That's okay. Isn't that a pretty color? I mean, it's such a dark red. I love it. Let's see here. Oopsie. Well, that's okay. I'm done stamping on that side anyway. Let me see if I can cover up my little boo-boos I just did here. There we go. It's because I'm picking up ink on the edge of my block. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and stamp a little bit in here in case something shows. I think that's probably good enough, actually. All right. So now I've got that done. This is going to be the back. So I kind of want to do the same thing. I didn't do it around the first card I made, but I kind of want to do the same thing on the back because the greeting is going to go on the back of the card. Now you kind of have some choices with this. You can do yours differently than what I'm going to do mine. You can actually mount like a separate card on the back of this if you wanted to. If you wanted to have like a card that opens, to put a greeting inside. But you also don't want your card to get too thick if you're going to be mailing it out, you know, and way too much, so you have to put extra postage on it. That's my thought anyway. But this will allow for your greeting and for you to sign, you know, somewhere, wherever you want to write something to send to whoever you're going to be sending the card to or giving it to. And I think I want just a little bit of a spot over there in the corner. Okay, that's good. Now you could also use these spots like on a giraffe card, you know, kind of the same sorts of spots. Side note, red stains your stamps. Isn't it weird that red colors will stain your stamps but black washes right off? I wonder why that is. And maybe it will come off with stamp cleaner, I'm not sure. Let me see, I'm going to put those right back in here real quick because I'm going to be using this block again. And now they're pretty and bright. That's okay. I love it. All right. So that's going to be the back. This is going to be the front. So now, here's this little doodah. This is the wiper. This is going to get glued right inside, and what you're going to do is you're going to line that where you made that little pencil mark up, the top of where your diagonal line starts, with the top of your card. And I'm going to use a little bit of wet glue because I want it to stay. You know, I don't want it to lift up or come unattached. You could use tear and tape too, but I just kind of like the wet glue for a couple of reasons. I know it's going to stay put, but there's also a little bit of wiggle room when I put it down, so I can get it where it's supposed to go. All right. So there we go, and I am just going to put a block there to hold that. And while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the cow. So cute. I'm going to use my Misty actually. Oh, I think, did I take, oh, okay. Is this rubber? Oh, these are rubber, so I have it right. You know, there's that foam pad that's in your Misty that you take it out if you're using the thicker red rubber stamps, and you leave it in there when you're using the clear stamps. But these are red rubber stamps, and I'm going to use this cutie patootie one that's holding the flower. And rain boots, so adorable. So there we go. And I'm going to use Memento black ink on this. That looks pretty good, but I'm going to just do it one more time. There we go. So cute. I love how good the new cling stamps cling. All right, now then, I've got all these colors pulled out, and I think I will start with, what's this one? Okay, I'm gonna start with dark petal pink and just do the insides of his or her ears and in here in the nostrils. And I'm not going to get rid of that one just yet, but now I'm going to color. This is ivory. This part of the cow is always so wet and slobbery, right? Not like a horse's muzzle. They're so soft and you just want to smooch them. I don't think you want to smooch a cow's muzzle. Ew. Ew. Okay. Hi, Sandy. So now I'm just going to take this petal pink and go back over and put a little color there. And maybe I will go around here just a little. Just a little. Just for a little bit of shading. Okay, I think we're good there. And now, let's see, I'm going to do Rococo Rose, and I am going to, oops, I'm going to color with the light. Have you ever seen a cow with pink spots and pink hair? You have now. The hooves are pink. I love it. I guess we should say this is a girl cow. I think so. Pink boots. So fashionable. All right. Hey, Seal. Okay, now I'm going to do just a bit of shading with the dark Rococo Rose. Just a bit. I love this color. Oh my gosh, can you hear Lacey snoring? I am no coloring expert. But it will still turn out cute in the end. And now I'm just going to blend that back out with the light color again. Okay, now what have I got here? I have dark smoky slate because I'm going to put that just right here on the bottoms of her boots. So cute. And I've got light smoky slate that I am going to color. Why does she have horns? I guess girl cows have horns. I don't know. Maybe it's a boy cow. There we go. Now, getting down to the flower. I've got light daffodil delight. And that is going to go here. Oh, I see I forgot a color. And I have got dark daffodil delight. And Granny Apple Green, I've got the light and dark for that. Hi, Bonnie. And I'm going to do the leaves with that. My iPad keeps stopping because the battery is getting low. I should have plugged it in. There we go. Now I brought out Light Pool Party just because when I am leaving something white, I kind of just like to go around the edges. And don't worry, this is not going to dry as blue as it looks, but it just gives it a little bit of definition. Almost done with the coloring part. I know I tend to get a little bit quiet when I color. Okay, let's see, let's just do a little bit here. And I'm not going to do the flower. I am going to put on there, though, Wink of Stella. Love this stuff. So, oops. I said oops because it's a little bit juicy. All right. Love it. So I'm going to make the flower and the hooves and the horns and the boots. Sparkly. There we go. Can you see the sparkle? Hey Cynthia. Okay, so now we've got that. I am also using today I'm using the Country Floral embossing folder, which I've already used actually, and I am using the Layering Squares framelits. And so I am just going to go ahead and cut this out real quick. Take me but just a few seconds, as long as I can get it on my platform the way I want it here. There we go. And this is the die that I used. Okay, I think that's glued. And then I have one more thing to stamp. And that is from the Itty Bitty Birthdays. So I'm using that set also. And I'm going to use the It's Your Day. There it is. And let's see here. I want black for that. Put that aside so I don't drop anything on it. Don't you just love it when you got something going and then you drop something on it? It's your day. And now I'm going to die cut this out real quick with the same sort of die but smaller. I love that layering squares. There's also layering ovals and layering circles. So there we go. And I am going to go around the edge of that and color it up just a bit. With a little bit of this cherry cobbler. It's not going to take much. That color's pretty intense. There we go. Don't you love how those little spots can make the cow spots? I do. I think that's so cool. All right. So now, this is the mechanism for, what did I do? Did I put it on there wrong? No, I didn't. I thought I did. Phew! Thought I made a boo-boo. Okay, because see, that's going to go down, but then it's going to pop up when the card's all made. But right now, what I want to do is put this on there. And I'm just going to go ahead and do that with wet glue also. So I didn't see comments. Have any of you made a wiper card before? It's definitely not as difficult as I was thinking it was at all. Oh, and there went my iPad, so I'm going to have to stretch my neck to see your guys' comments. Okay, so there is that. That's going to pop up and say, it's your day, it's your day. Okay, and this is the back. So now what we're going to do, and I am going to use tear and tape for this part. Ooh, I hate that my iPad went out. Oh well. And just going to put, I'm going to put 3 pieces on the very last little, what I want to say side panel is. And then also on this one. Okay. When this is folded up, it is just the same size as our A2 cards, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So you're going to bring this all the way up, so you've got your back piece laying down like that with your scored sides on the right, and your top piece is going to have the scored sides on the left. And you are just going to carefully match that up, the front to the back. There we go. And then let's do the same here. Make sure it's as straight as possible here and put her down there. And the more you do this, the more it kind of goes back into place where it's supposed to go. Now I have cut some pieces from the Rococo Rose little designer tablet, and so it's got gingham on one side for this color, and well, there's different pieces in some have writing, but I chose these two, or this one actually, and that's the front and back. So I'm going to put them down like that. Let me get my... You could just put the gingham side, you know, put one side. It's kind of fun to do both patterns. I got a little bit of ink on there, but that's okay. No biggie. See if I can line this one up fairly the same. And then we'll do the same thing over here on the back. Do you guys have like a certain way you go about putting your cards together? Because usually, like if I'm in a class or whatever, I always like to do the base of my card first. Just get the whole base part done, and then do the stamping and decorating. That's just like kind of my thing, how I do it. I think I didn't want that piece on that side. No, that's right. The gingham's on the outside. Okay. There we go. And now here, I'm going to stamp Party Till the Cows Come Home. Too cute. And I'm going to do that in black. Party till the cows come home. And then you can sign your name or write a little greeting or whatever you want. So that's the back of your card. And now, that's the piece that I went ahead and embossed with the Country Floral embossing folder. And before I put that down, I've got the pretty little dotted polka dot tulle ribbon. And I'm just going to put some adhesive on the sides here. And I like to feel the dots are more to the inside, what I would say the inside of the ribbon. So there we go. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put this one down flat. There we go. And then I'm going to use some dimensionals here and pop this cow up. I love these scallops. So cute. Need to make it so I can see what I'm doing here. There we go. And now I am going to pop the whole thing up. Come on. But before I put it on, I'm going to bring in my little bow. I did a double little finger bow, and I'm going to stick that on with glue dots. And I always like to put like a couple of them on there. Make sure it doesn't come off. So I'm going to stick this right there. Too cute. And I wanted to get that on first before, so I could see how I wanted to line up the cow. So I kind of like it there. There we go. It's your day. It's your day. Isn't that too cute? I love it. And then you've got your back over here. And so what I was saying, you could, if you wanted to not make the back, you know, where you put your sentiment and sign your card, you could just make another card piece, I guess, that opens up so that the whole thing would open up like that. Or I don't think you'd want it to open that way, but I don't know. I think it might make it too bulky. I guess you could put just a smaller little card that flips open on the back too. You know, I mean, that's an option. But I just think it's too cute. And here's the other one I made. So there's a purple cow. It's your day. Same thing. And then Rococo Rose and Cherry Cobbler on this one. And I used Gorgeous Grape and Highland Heather on this one. And I made that one all sparkly too. It doesn't show up very good on the video. You can't see the sparkles very good. but I just think they were too much fun. Now, if you would like the directions, I went in and printed these off of Split Coast Stamper. So that's where I found it. It's wiper card. Split Coast Stampers is the website. If you would rather just have me email this to you, leave me a message and I will do my best to email it to you. So yeah, wiper card, Rebecca, is what it's called. And I'm happy to just email you these directions that I saved. But leave me a message and let me know. Super cute interactive card. And I was going to do it in black and white, and I thought, hey, I'm a color girl. I love color. Let's do color. So that's what I did. But I really like the combination of Rococo Rose and Cherry Cobbler. It's really got the same values in the color, I think. It just looks like a much lighter shade, if you will, to me. So yeah, woohoo! I'm happy with them. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for spending your time with me, and don't forget about my new videos that I'm doing on Tuesdays. Stamp Your Stash, where I'm using past Stampin' Up products with current products, and then I will be back again next Friday with another. I will try to. We're going to have company, so it depends on how our day goes. I'll let you know on that on next Friday, but I will be back on Tuesday. See you then. Have a great weekend. In the meantime, happy stamping.